What is up, guys? This is your boy Breezy in a brand new video today. Today we're going to be talking about Danger. Yes, I know I'm late to the party, but we're going to talk about what each card does for anybody who does not know about the archetype, as well as decks I feel like you guys can test that kind of go decent with them, or good, whichever one you want to put it. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as while you guys are down there, hit the notification bell so you guys know when my latest video does get uploaded, as well as smash the like button so we can at least try and get 30 likes. We still haven't hit the goal yet. I believe in you guys. If you guys like it, it'll make me feel better inside and know that you guys enjoy the content that I am bringing you guys. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. If you guys don't know what the Danger card does, they are a mix between Burning Abyss and Dark World. Whenever even myself, I read exactly what all they did, and I felt like this was indirect Dark World support. But then again, you think about it, it is, but it isn't. Konami was like, since you guys love Dark Worlds and wish, that it was still a thing and a fan favorite deck, Burning Abyss, we're gonna give you an archetype with both of them. So let's get straight into what all of them do, and then we're gonna talk about the decks that go with them. So starting off with Danger Jackalope. Mind you, all of them have the first effect and they have discarding effects. So we're gonna go straight into what they do, starting off with Jackalope. Reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses one card from your entire hand, then discard the chosen card. Then discard, if this card was not, Jackalope, wasn't discarded, you special summon one Jackalope from your hand, and if you do, draw one. If this card is discarded, you get to special summon one Danger monster from your deck in defense except Jackalope. You can only use this effect of Danger Jackalope once per turn. Now the cool thing is, we're going to talk about the next card because it kind of combos well, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be special summoning this in defense, is Nessie. But before you do get into that, the cool thing that I like about starting off is it reveals from hand. So you reveal it, and then your opponent can either strike it or whatever, so it doesn't go off. The cool thing is the fact that once it's revealed, it's not to where you reveal what is it called, revealing like Super Agent or whatever. You special summon it and then you call it right, you get the effect. Well, you have to reveal this and then shuffle this card along with the rest of your hand, and your opponent randomly chooses whether it's dice or just blind picks, like Dark Law effect. And the fact that if it's special summon, you have draw power to a point. So I think that's kind of cool. Normally, whenever you would special summon this, or if it was discarded by the effect or whatever, you can special summon Nessie. Going into what Nessie does, obviously reveal from him. If it wasn't chosen, you get to special summon it and draw one. The discard effect, which is kind of cool, it is basically like a snow for the deck. If you don't know what snow does for the Dark Worlds, you basically, if it's discarded by an effect, that's not cost, you get to add any Dark World card from your deck to your hand. That's kind of where Nessie kind of does the same exact thing. You get to add any Danger card, knowing the field spell and the new trap, and hopefully way more amazing support. I can't wait to see what Konami makes for this archetype. I'm really excited. Normally, again, you can either special summon this from Jackalope, and then, obviously if this was picked when it was revealed, you would add the next card, which we'll talk about, is Bigfoot. Your big boss monster for the deck right now until we end up basically getting something a little bit better. So basically, Bigfoot, whenever it's discarded, you can target a face-up card that your opponent controls and destroy it. So which means, okay, let's say you're playing against Altergeist or whatever, they just flip either Protocol or Anti-Spell or whatever, or anything that's almost problematic that you want to get over. If this is discarded and chosen, you get to pop a card on the field. Mind you, it has to be faced up on the field. So I think that's kind of cool. And then going into the next monster, which is, I'm gonna butcher it, and I shouldn't butcher it, but Chupacabra. Yes, I said Chupacabra. Anyways, whenever it is discarded, obviously it's chosen, you can target a danger card from your graveyard, except Chupacabra, and special summon it. So in a way, you'll either do Bigfoot, so you can either go for OTK, or if you're going for more of a defensive play, you can use his effect on Nessie to put it in defense, because depending on what the meta looks like by the time this comes out, which is in a couple weeks or whatever. So we'll just say, for example, we still have the same meta or whatever as it is now. Your opponent's going to have to make something as big as a 2800 or a little bit more. Borload obviously is one of those cards your opponent can attack and then they take it, whatever. But that's somewhat irrelevant. They have to have something. Their main deck monsters can't get over it. I mean, I guess if you play Honest, but no one's playing Honest in 2018. Going on to the field spell, Realm of Danger. When your opponent can't target danger monsters you control with card effects. During the turn this card they are summoned or special summon. Once per turn, you can target a danger monster you control. While you control that face-up monster and the face-up card, that monster can attack directly. Also, your opponent's monsters can't target it for attacks, but it doesn't prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. That is a confusing wording, but all in all, basically, you could target, let's say Bigfoot or whatever, and you're allowed to attack directly, or I mean, I guess Chupacabra or Jackalope. Regardless, it kind of gives you that extra push, which I think is kind of cool, and it's once per turn. So in a way, you could kind of, it's not hard once per turn from what I see. So GG. No, I'm just playing. Going on to the trap, it is Danger Zone. Yes, Danger Zone. There's a reference somewhere in there, but beware of the Danger Zone. Basically, it is a graceful charity. A lot of people have been wanting graceful charity to come back, such as myself, just so we can be great with Dark World. But there's a restriction on it. It's a trap, and you have to set it. And the fact that you have to, when you have this card and you want to be able to use it, you have to have at least a danger card in your hand. So unless you know you have the OTK your opponent. If not, I advise you to keep at least one. Like if you open up with double field spell, that's kind of cool. You play one, you keep one in hand, you're able to use Danger Zone, draw, do whatever you need to do to where discarding cards or whatever. And then obviously if you don't have a danger card in your hand, you shuffle your entire hand. You can only activate one Danger Zone per turn. It's kind of hefty, but I mean, free draw power. Any card that says draw 3, why not, right? So going on to the decks that you can use, starting off with ABC. Now it's kind of gonna be short with most of these decks just because they're almost common sense, but there's only, I guess, a one-trick pony to it, I guess, if you want to say. So with ABC, I feel like ABC, one, they're able, I guess you could say, spam the field if you still play the gadgets whatsoever. Some people are cutting them just so they're able to, make Genius or whatever because they play the Sky Strikers, which you still technically can play the Sky Strikers, but you want to lessen your chance of bricking. So ABC Danger might be kind of a cool way because of the fact that, let's say you have opened up a danger monster, the trap in 2 pieces, and then I don't know, a random card. Let's say Pot Desires or something. So, for example, you reveal Bigfoot, and you shuffle your hand, your opponent picks a piece. You already have a piece in your graveyard to set up for Buster. That's basically one of the reasons for the dangers, is setting up your pieces in the graveyard along with having the danger Bigfoot. Now, mind you, some of these decks I feel like are better going first, so you can set up a board such as ABC, because you want to be able to banish something your opponent, makes, or etc. Whenever it's their turn. Also, the cool thing is I thought about this the other day. With Buster, you discard, which means you're able to get the danger effects off. So for example, of course, let's say you use Buster's effect, either you have Bigfoot or you have Jackalope. You can basically be able to either banish a free card from, if your opponent doesn't negate Buster's effect. You banish a card on the field, as well as either pop a face-up 1, so you get a 2-for-1 special, or you banish a card and you special summon Nessie, and then you have a big beefy monster with a big booty Judy on board. Also, I think that's probably it with the ABC pieces. If you guys want to test this and have a deck list, let me know, and I will be gladly to share it. I'll give you credit as always. Going on to the next one is Dangerous Sky Striker. Now you guys are probably thinking, Breezy, why are you trying to be even more cancer? So my whole idea with Dangerous Sky Striker, which I'm pretty sure people are going to be trying, I think of it as playing like the Trickstar variant. You basically do your Sky Striker stuff, and then you do your danger stuff. Kind of like I said, the Sky Striker. You do Sky Strikers, and then your not Sky Striker. Your what is it called? Trickstar stuff. So in a way, you're playing the two engines, doing something first, and then abusing the danger cards, etc. Also, being able to get the spells in your graveyard enough to get the secondary effects from the Sky Strikers. I feel like this version is better going second. Again, if you guys have toyed around with any of these builds already, let me know in the comment section down below. I would gladly love to showcase them. I love this danger archetype regardless. So again, I feel like the fact that with the danger cards you're able to abuse the discarding the spell, and then using the secondary effects. Not only that, but being able to either activate Engage, activate Jamming Waves, Afterburner to get rid of some of your opponent's stuff, and then just OTK them, obliterate them like Exodia. Then one of the all-time famous archetypes, as I had mentioned, is Dark Worlds. I feel like this might actually be one of the most superior builds because of the fact that, one, they get their first effects off going forward, which I'm going to add a card on here which we'll talk about here in a minute if it wants to pop up and stop being slow. But basically, it is Cerulli. Cerulli allows you to be able to get the secondary effects off. I mean, wow, Breezy does not know how to spell 101. But you're able to get the first effects off, such as Brow. So let's say your opponent discards Brow, you special summon one of them, you draw, and then you get an extra draw. So basically, free Pot of Greed, if you want to say it. So going on to the card that I was talking about, if I can find it here. Let me find it for you guys. Nope, that's a bad Dark World. Here you go. Cerulli. So basically, Cerulli, if this card is discarded to the grave by a card effect, you're supposed to summon this card from the graveyard to your opponent's side of the field. So in a way, it has that Ibly-like effect. Then, if this card is special summoned by a Dark World effect card or whatever, if this card was special summoned by a effect of a Dark World card or whatever, you basically can discard a card, or your opponent must discard a card. So in a way, you want to be able to use Dark World dealings to get rid of Cerulli. Cerulli's effect, you special summon it to your opponent's side of the field, and then you basically randomly get to discard, which means you're able to use either Grapha's secondary effect, Browse, so you get the extra draw. You also have Snow, you have Silva, which have powerful effects as well. So in a way, I think he's a little bit worth testing out, in my personal opinion. But again, the fact that you're able to get the discard effects from all your Dark World monsters, and then being able to, you know, outblow your opponent with Cerule's effect, being able to discard, get rid of stuff that your opponent has, I think is fair enough. Then going into the fourth pick is Burning Abyss. That's no surprise there, because once again, they get their effects off of you know, either being discarded or sent from the grave to the field. Obviously, I have Farfa here because it's most likely going to be you know, one of your main things. You can make Beatrice, send Farfa. You can, you know, reveal one, discard Seer, or discard Scarm, and hopefully you don't forget your free search. So if you think about it, let's say you reveal, I don't know, let's say you reveal Chupacabra, and then like, wait, wrong one. Is it Nessie? Yeah, I think it's Nessie. You basically, yeah. So let's say you whatever, you pick Nessie, you special summon it, you draw one. Obviously, you get the effect of Scarm. It really doesn't matter on which danger it is, but regardless, being able to either have them engraved to set up for the Chupacabra effect once it's discarded. You can special summon one from your graveyard. Setting that up, obviously, with the mill, with the Dante, and everything else is very powerful as well. And the fact that you're able to get their effects off is fun, in my personal opinion, as well. Then the last one is Dino Dolls. I don't have the dolls up on the screen, but I did actually see this being played, and it's very, very nutty. In my personal opinion, because of the fact that with Ultimate Conductor being on field, and everything else. So let's say you have Ultimate Conductor on field, and let's say you have Nessie in defense, or it doesn't really matter. You destroy a card either from your hand or obviously on the field, and then flip your opponent's stuff face down before either they can link summon, or if you really just want to go for OTK purposes, you know, being able to bring Conductor out, then reveal Bigfoot, then reveal another Bigfoot, then reveal, I don't know, anything else, and then just OTK your opponent, I think is very, very insane. So if you guys did enjoy the video, let me know in the comment section down below. If there are any decks that you guys felt that I left out, you can comment down below as well. And if there's any pointers on decks that you guys feel that I probably could explain furthermore, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys did like the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, if we sleep good, eat good, trade good, you'll be alright. It's your boy Young Breezy, and I'm out. Deuces.